You know, preserving the memories is something that's becoming more important to veterans as each year passes.
Tonight we bring you the story of how children are recording the stories of our maritime veterans. ATV's Heather Proudfoot joins us live now from the Cenotaphic Grand Parade in Halifax. Heather?
Hi, Nancy. Last month, ATV embarked on a project designed to bring veterans and students together. With the cooperation of the Royal Canadian Legion and Fairview Junior High School here in Halifax, we actually paired off 6 students with 6 veterans. The assignment for the students to listen to the stories of the veterans and to put them down in writing. Well, we expected some fine results, but given some of the friendships that developed, we got much more than we expected. Second World War vet Al Carroll, preparing for remembrance services. Al turned 75 yesterday, and each year he worries a little more about preserving the lessons of the past. So Al is always more than happy to share the stories of his youth with those too young to remember.
My name is Alfred Carroll. I served in the Canadian Army, the Prince of Louis Fusiliers for 6 years.
My name is Victoria Fleming. And one of the things that I learned about Al was that he was a volunteer cook on the Queen Victoria for 5 days.
When we introduced 6 students to 6 veterans last month, Al was among the first to volunteer. Al was paired with 13-year-old Victoria Fleming.
We get 2 meals a day. With bacon and eggs in the morning and steak at nighttime. Just 2 meals a day.
These are military, and they're what we call campaign medals.
My name is Jeffrey Elwood. I was in the Royal Canadian Corps of Signals for 38.5 years.
My name is Chris Violette, and through talking with Mr. Elwood, I learned about how a war can have an impact on one person through the rest of their lives.
At the second meeting, the students got down to work, interviews with the veterans. Chris Violette learned of Jeff Elwood's experiences as a prisoner of war.
Everybody wanted to go overseas. It was the thing to do.
Did each person get one of these?
Well, this was given to my mother. And my mother kept it until she died in January.
Hello, I'm Jim Goodyear. I was a member of the Royal Newfoundland Regiment.
Hi, I'm Oak Bayascoon. I learned that when Jim was 18-year-old, he joined the Army in 1942.
But it turned out to be the personal reflections that truly struck home with the youngsters. Micah McCurdy learned that Herb Cunningham met his wife during the war.
So I learned some interesting things about how he met his wife and his work in Sicily. It's vivid descriptions of things he did there. I've learned a lot.
I'm Vern E. Braithwaite Sr., president of the William Hall VC branch.
I'm John Bennett, and today I learned a lot about his branch, William Hall VC, and I learned when, why, and where it was founded.
And finally, work on the finished product, the soldiers' stories.
He was born in Sydney, Nova Scotia, but grew up in Halifax. He joined the armed forces, the Army, at the age of 21.
Bob is proud of what he and the other Canadian soldiers accomplished. The message Bob Benjamin, veteran of World War II, would like to pass on would be, make sure war is a thing of the past.
Indeed, as veterans age, preserving those memories is becoming more and more of a priority for the Royal Canadian Legion. At a remembrance service held for the school children, Victoria Fleming read her story about Al.
Al is extremely proud of what he did and would like for kids not to forget what all the men did to give us the freedom that we have today.
The story is now displayed very prominently in Al's living room. And when he turned out to honor friends who fell so long ago, he had a new friend in the crowd. An old soldier's story seen through the eyes of the young. In Halifax, Heather Proudfoot, ATV News.